You had to take a big gamble by relinquishing your UFC crown and
I
leaving.
didn't relinquish
You didn't
anything.
relinquish it.
Yeah.
Well, fill me in then. Tell me what happened.
Well, we didn't come to an agreement.
You didn't come to an agreement.
Yeah.
So you decided, I'm not signing with the UFC. You're a free agent.
Yes.
And then did negotiations then start for the Tyson Fury fight? How did it start?
It's been like 4 years since Tyson Fury and I we've been going back and forth on social media. So there was a little bit of a warm up somewhere there, and it kind of like take a couple months before we get to a conversation. It wasn't just easy. Those boxing promotion, the boxing war is a little wild.
Yeah, it's a little
Yeah,
different.
yeah, it's completely different. It's a different animal.
In what way? Like, explain to us.
The way that they do things, is a this guy from this promotion fighting with this guy against this guy from this promotion who has a better position, who has what to lose, who is getting what, and then how them kind of like put things. I will not say manipulate, but a little bit like that. Everybody trying to adjust things on his own benefit.
Hmm.
Look what is good for him, which is good. But yeah,
A lot of boxing fights don't get made.
yeah.
They get talked about for a long time, like Tyson Fury and Usyk. For a long time was Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence. They get talked about for a long time, and they almost get made, and then they don't get made, and they almost get made, and then they don't get made.
A lot of politics behind. A
Yeah.
lot of promotion that will be behind the fight just to, push their position. Everybody's
Yeah.
pushing his position. It's not mostly about the fight. It's about like, okay, what we control the game. Do we have enough control here? Do we control everything as
Yeah.
yeah.
So was it frustrating for you? Because I imagine there was a while where you weren't sure whether or not it was going to be made.
It wasn't frustrating, before I made my decision when I separated with the UFC, and I knew. I mean, long time before, like I remember even when I fought Seringan, even before that fight, I was telling myself, and I was even telling this on interview, like, okay, if this is the end, then he has to end my way. So
Like what led you to not sign?
there was a lot of frustration over the years. I think since my fight against Stipe, my first fight against Stipe, my relation with the UFC never been the same.
Really?
Yeah, I
Why?
never.
In what way?
I don't know. I tried everything. I wasn't. I didn't. I wasn't. Uh, in the. I feel like I wasn't in the right place. And after that, then I get the Derek Lewis fight, who was like the worst fight, and that didn't help me at all. So I think from that moment I was already put in some position out there because I came back, I won multiple fight, and they came with a new deal. This was after Junior Dos Santos back in June 2017, and then he was Mick who called for a new deal, and then until my team was on the way to the negotiation, who was in Anaheim when Stipe and DC was fighting the second time, and then I'm like, no, Dana say no, no new deal for Francis. He still have 3 fight on his contract. And to be honest, I was even happy because I wanted to knock that deal out. By that time, I understood a little bit about the market. I just wanted to fight out my contract and renegotiate as free, you know. But then a month after, we get a call from, I think was Hunter or somebody there. Yeah, they say, oh, yeah, let's talk about a new deal for Francis. And at that time, like there's not a new deal. Well, like we just want to fight. It's already September, or yeah, we are in September, and my last fight was in June. I want to fight. So the New Deal staff be holding me back. They didn't give me a fight.
Because
So
they wanted you to sign a new
they
deal.
wanted me to
And you
fight a new
didn't want
deal.
to sign a new
I
deal.
don't
You
want a
wanted to
new.
fight your contract down and
I wanted to
renegotiate.
fight my contract down.
So
So
they were slowing things
they
down.
were slowing things down.
And finally, you fight out the contract, and then what happens?
We didn't come to a agreement at all because during this time there was still a negotiation pushing and stuff, and I wanted to fight out that contract. Proposal of money, obviously they know my position because I was pressure financially. When you have a fight, you expect to fight at least at that level. At that moment, I was expecting to fight at least 2 or 3 times a year, right? Then I get to the point that I have one fight, I have nothing. So I was limited of income, stuff like that. Then I started borrow money. Even before the Stipe fight, when they announced that fight, I need to call to ask for advance of my purse to finance my training camp. I have no money. But I was there training and getting ready for almost a year. So I took some advance. So
That's got to be very stressful.
yeah, but one thing, and that's like one thing that I'm always grateful about my life. I used to this situation, and I told myself like, these people they don't know me. I can live out of nothing. I live in
What you
in the
did.
street, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and then I'm here in Las Vegas. You think like, okay, I don't fight. I just have to change everything. I'm able to live out of the bare minimum. And I don't care if I walk around, you guys say, oh, champ, oh, that's a UFC contender, whatever it is. Man, I just live based off what is in my base of my asset. I don't live beyond that. That's why I don't really trust those credit card system or those loan and stuff. That's America shit, bro. I don't trust that because when he lets you down, he lets you down.
Yeah, for sure.
I check my wallet, whatever is in my wallet, I live based on that. I don't go loan and stuff unless like I'm forced at some point or it's an investment like having taken borrowing money for your training camp.
Right.
That's a different thing.